if you've been here before. And if you haven't been here before, the same rule applies. Sit down, pull up a seat. Let's do this. Haruharu says, September. September TBR. Okay. You heard Haruharu. It's time for September TBR. September. We're doing this now. I don't care what time it is. I don't care what day it is. I don't care what month it is. We're doing it now. Because I say so. Bakai by Euripides. Okay, guys. Okay. I think that's a play. We'll be right back with it. Okay, here it is. Bakai Euripides. What it is, I don't know. It is translated by Reginald Gibson and Charles Siegel, and it's by Euripides. Oh my god. It's got so many of these used things on the back of this. Like, I don't even know if it's safe to pull these off. Can I use pull them off? Anyways. Okay, I did what I needed to do. I got some stuff off the back of it. I couldn't stand it anymore, okay? So, there's still a bunch there, but I'll have to live with that. A lot of this is just caked on, and there's literally no way to get caked on shit off. Old books, man. And they put stickers on stuff. I hate it when I do that. Hate it. Anyways, based on the conviction that only translators who write poetry themselves can probably recreate the celebrated and timeless tragedies of Sophocles and Euripides, the Greek tragedy in New Translation series offers new translations that go beyond the literal meaning of the Greek in order to evoke the poetry of the originals. Under the general editorship of Peter Buran and Alan Shapiro, each volume includes a critical introduction, commentary on the text, full stage directions, and a glossary of the mythical and geographical references in the play. Regarded by many as Euripides' masterpiece, Bakai examines both the horror and the beauty of the religious ecstasy that Dionysus brings to Thebes. His offer of closeness to nature and freedom from the constraints of civilization, especially for women, excites bitter resistance as well as fanatical acceptance. Disguised as a young holy man and accompanied by his band of Asian worshippers, the god Dionysus arrives in Greece at Thebes, proclaims his godhood and his new religion, and drives the Theban women mad. When the Theban king Pentheus... Hold up, I gotta make myself look brighter, guys. Watch this. Bright! Ooh, that might be too bright. I guess it's bright enough. When the Theban king Pentheus tries to imprison him, Dionysus afflicts Pentheus himself with madness and leads him, dressed as a buck-champ, to the mountains where his own mother, Agawe, and her companions tear him to pieces in an insane Bacchic frenzy. In its balance of emotional intensity and classic form, Bakai exemplifies Greek tragedy at its most powerful. They did not do that very well. Anyways, we're not going to read none of the forewords and shit. We're just not even the introduction. We're just going to start with the actual play itself, which, where is the freaking play? Page 44 onward is the play. And it lasts until 98. So it should be a quick read. Somebody has written words in here. I think I got this for school, but I don't see none of my own notes in it. Somebody else's. And it'll be fun to read those too. I make my own notes about it. So there you go. That's the first one. It's Bakai. Bakai. I shouldn't have done that, because now I gotta find it again. Here we are. That is going to be an interesting thing to play. I don't think I have any more plays either. There you go. Now, an orange. If I can find an orange. Okay. Okay, guys, we're looking for my orange. Ooh. Ah. There's 1, 2, 3 orange in here. So we're just gonna put them in a small one and just keep 3 oranges. Or just take this one. Not that one. Okay, no, you know what? We're gonna take the one that smacked me. Mating markers. It is by Larry and Tita. Now, there are 10 books in this series, so we're starting a series. We're starting a series, and it's Kindle only, unfortunately. So, I can read it on my browser, or... Okay, so I can read it on my computer, or I can read it on this. So that is what we'll do, I guess. I don't have the I don't have the thing. You can't read it from here, okay? I like backlit my screen. You guys can actually see it. Yeah, there you go. That's much better. Okay, so this here is a joy styled novel. Contains mature language intended for mature adults with an interest in having relationships. Contains explicit homosexual material. Okay. When Dar is almost electrocuted by a malfunctioning gamepad, he is sucked into a world where people have cat ears and tails. As he's trying to adapt to the new reality, he manages to mess things up pretty bad and ends up mated to a cute male named Taryn. How will it go for a tailless Dar and an innocent Taryn? And what happens while they wait for the moment when Dar gets swapped back into his own world? So, there's that. Now, Dar is, I think, 16 in this, and Taryn is too, but in this world that he gets zapped into, Taryn is considered a youngling, a little. You know, not mature to make choices and things. And Dar can see that he's going to make a bad choice, so he tries to help him out in stopping to make that bad choice, and instead traps both of them in it. So that's that. That's the only instance of it that I don't really like. But the thing is that in their world, if they don't want something, they can officially fight back. And I mean, like, Aaron has claws, teeth, basically a cat that walks. Though he only has fur like on his ears and his hair and a strip on the back. The rest of him is like flabby skin. So yeah, that's my second one. It's on my Kindle. That's definitely not gonna have an Audible. Now I think there's also only 3 yellow left in here. So we're going to pull those out and mix them up in the head of Haru Haru. Okay, yeah, that's it. Alrighty. The gods. What will the gods say? I don't know. What one do you think I should pick? Can't even really see them. Which one? You know, let's go for this one right here. Which was this one? Okay. So this one right here. A newer title in my lovely collection of titles. The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen. This is a beautiful hardback. One of the few that I have. Just like, look how beautiful that is. Kind of like it. What the back? The back has anything. Nope. Thanks for it. So, she'll fight for her life for the god of death, and that's the reason why I got it. The gods love to play with us mere mortals, and every 100 years we let them. I have never been favored by the gods, far from it, thanks to Zeus. Living as a cursed office clerk for the Order of Thieves, I just keep my head down and hope the capricious beings who rule from Olympus won't notice me. Not an easy feat, given San Francisco is Zeus' patron city, but I make do. I survive, until the night I tangle with a different god. The worst god, Hades. For the first time ever, the ruthless, merciless king of the underworld has entered the Crucible, a deadly contest. The gods hold to determine a new ruler to sit on the throne of Olympus, but instead of fighting their own battles, the gods need mortals to compete in their stead. So why in the underworld did Hades choose me, a sarcastic nobody with a curse on her shoulders, as his champion? And what does my heart trip every time he says I'm his? I don't know if I'm a pawn, bait, or something else entirely to this dangerously tempting god. How can I, when he has more secrets than stars in the sky? Because Hades is playing by his own rules, and death will win at any cost. So, oh, why is that like that? That shouldn't be like that. A little weird. I don't know what NA is, but I know what YA is. YA is young adult romance and paranormal romance. So it's gonna be fast plot. Cool. I'm kind of don't want to read it because of that, and it's gonna be tabbed up if I enjoy it. So it's the only copy I got. But. So yeah. The Games Gods Play. Oh wow, she's got a lot of stories written. Okay, Overworld, Underworld, Tartarus, Elysium, Erebos, Isle of Sirens, Islands of Time, Olympus, whatever 6, Poland, the Crucibles. Alright, so the mating markers. What is the mating markers? I didn't tell you. It is 339 pages long. And this one, The Games Gods Play, is 509 pages. That's what we're looking at. Yeah. Okay. So that clears out that. Now we're doing the green. The green. Okay. To be honest, this jar has a lot of stuff going on in it. It's a lot. The only thing that I'll be doing that my book hauls from now on, what I'm gonna buy or to continue series if I don't have the book, the next book, or pre-orders for books that I want, and that's it. And most pre-orders are for, I keep pulling this one out. Most of the pre-orders are for series that I already have or series that are continuing and everything like that. I keep pulling out Daniel B. Green's A Witch's Sin 2. I mean, Neon Ghost 2. That's... They really want me to read a book that doesn't exist yet. Okay, TBR. it. I swear that is the second time I've pulled that one out in the last couple of months, and that's just... It is not gonna fly, okay? The Never War by MJ McHale. So that means that's another one that we get to continue. Okay, so this is The Never War, book 3 in the Pendragon series by DJ McHale. And it's also the one where I don't have a back to it anymore because the dog chewed up. Oh, really? It's ruined. But I'm not going to get rid of it just because I got some dog bites. It's fine. As long as the words are still there, I'll deal with it. This, oh my god, is not going to survive. The back cover is not going to survive at all. Oh my god. Okay, so I have to look this up, unfortunately, because I don't have the back cover to read to you. Because it's gone. First Earth. 14-year-old Bobby Pendragon is a loyal friend, sports star, devoted pet owner, and traveler. Along with his uncle Press, Bobby has visited the alternate dimensions of Dinduran and participated in a civil war. He's also watered through the endangered underwater territory of Coral. Now Bobby once again finds himself thrust. It says, I got thrust in here. Thrust beyond the boundaries of time and space into a place that seems somewhat familiar. First Earth. Bobby and the traveler from Coral, Spader, have flown to New York City, 1937. Against a backdrop of gangsters, swing music, and a distant sound of a brewing war, the two must uncover the evil Saint Dane's newest plot. But is Bobby ready for the difficult choices ahead? This is like going into the past where the war is ramping up and Saint Dane is in it. I might just have to break down and buy me a new... Yeah, I might have to break down and buy me a new copy of this one, as well as a new copy of the Aragon hardback, because both of them are tiring. I don't know if this is going to survive my reading. I don't know. I'm going to try to be careful, but like, it's hanging on by a thread. This definitely doesn't have an Audible. I'm hoping maybe the game's got play as an Audible, because that would be cool if it had an Audible. So that way I'd have at least one of my 4 choices already have an Audible. As if I have to go searching for one. I'm trying my hardest not to rip the back, but you know, I probably will. And then I'll probably have to go buy me a new. Damaged. Okay. That's book 4. Now we gotta go to 5. Which would be pink now. We can actually draw pink. Okay, here we go. Drawing pink. I was going for the wrong color. Going for white. That's the next drop, but still. I'll see if you can't read it. You can read it all the way back here. Okay, camera. September hates me. Pain of Gold, The Last Hours, Book 1. By Cassandra Clare. Okay. So, yeah. My TBR hates mine. Just hates it. Love cuts deeper than any blade. I don't like how this is written on here. It's really hard to read if you hold it up straight like this. I tilt it. Let's see. Focus camera. Cordelia Carstairs is a shadow hunter, a warrior trained since childhood to battle demons. When her father is accused of a terrible crime, she travels to London in hopes of preventing her family's ruin. There, Cordelia's childhood friends James and Lucy Arundel draw her into their world of glittering ballrooms and superstitious salons. All the while, Cordelia must hide her secret love for James, who was sworn to marry someone else. Cordelia's new life is blown apart when demon attacks devastate London. Now trapped in a quarantine city, Cordelia's friends discover that their connection to a dark place has gifted them with incredible powers, and force a brutal choice that will reveal the cruel price of being a hero. Probably bumped out. I don't know like that. So this is before the Mortal Instruments, I'm pretty sure, and after Clockwork one, or Clary, the real one. So this is like in the past. That's what this is. This is the past one. It would have been better if I had pulled out the Clockwork one, because then that would be easier for me. Because this one might have stuff in it that will spoil the Clockwork for me. But I'm going to read it anyways because my TBR has chosen, and I do what my TBR said. I am consumed by it. And this is going to be a difficult month. I can already tell. Because 582 pages. Another chonker. Oh, Pendragon. 336. That's not too bad. It's the same as the mating markers. That's not too bad. But that's the 5 original books. 5 original books. So we're going to look to see if at least 3 of the 5 books have a hoopla. So we'll be right back. Okay. Disappointing news, guys. Disappointing news. Disappointing news. Disappointing news. There is 0 hoopla. It's 3. 0 audible. But those 3. So I don't know what I'm gonna do. I seriously don't know what I'm gonna do because I need that. Oh. And 3. I don't know what is inaudible. Isn't inaudible. And I had to do a white one. I don't know if any of my white ones have audibles. So I guess what we can try is look for one. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to look for one that has it. And I'll be back if I find one, or I'll be back if I don't. I am back. I pulled out two whites. Okay, 2 whites, and I found one. Whites, and I found one. I should have grabbed the book before I started this back up again. But that's okay. Surprisingly, The Paranormalcy by Kirsten White has an audible. So, I like how it says Emmy Cole's Do Not Touch. Well, I'm sorry, Emmy Cole, but you got rid of the book, so now it's mine. So, yeah. Paranormalcy. Is my audio. And it's a white one. I don't even know if this is a series or not. But I really don't care. We're going to read it. Let's see. The back. Acknowledgements. 335 pages. Okay. So, weird as it is working for the International Paranormal Containment Agency, Evie's always thought of herself as normal. Sure, her best friend is a mermaid, her ex-boyfriend is a fairy, she's falling for a shapeshifter, and she's the only person who can see through paranormal's glamour, but still normal. Only now paranormals are dying, and Evie's dreams are filled with haunting voices and mysterious prophecies. She soon realizes that there may be a link between her abilities and the sudden rash of deaths. Not only that, but she may very well be at the center of a dark fairy prophecy promising destruction to all paranormal creatures. So much for normal. Interesting. So there we go. That is my Audible. Now we're gonna go find a green one. No. Okay. It's my TBR and things are going, and I just need things to work out for me. Okay. So paranormalcy is like 8 hours and 35 minutes. That's like 8 days of listening. So that gives me into like the second week of September. But it leaves me with time on my hands. And so what we're going to do, so this is the first green I pulled out, by the way, which is really surprising. This is Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire by J.K. Rowling. So that's what we're going to do. 20 hours and 36 minutes. So that will get us through. I will definitely have to listen to some of it on the weekends, but that'll be okay. I am fine with that. We'll survive it. We will. But let me get it for you guys. And there's a reason why I'm doing this. The reason is that I want to see if I can get at least 80 books read by the end of the year. And I'm currently sitting at 43, I think. Maybe 44. I have to update my Brandon Sanderson. Yeah. So it's a goal. It's a goal, and I'm trying. And now that I've found Audibles, I kind of like listening to them on my way to and from work. So, yeah. This is funny. I don't know how this happened, but it's upside down and backwards. It's upside down. I don't know how that happened. Please. That's hilarious. Why is there a phone number in here? Or a number in here? And 43? What the fuck is 43? Okay. I was like, look, there's literally a random 43 in there. And random numbers right there. I can barely see them. I can barely see them. Looks like I tried erasing them or something. Okay. You have in your hands the pivotal fourth novel in the 7-part tale of Harry Potter's training as a wizard and his coming of age. Harry wants to get away from the pernicious Dursleys and go to the International Quidditch Cup with Hermione, Ron, and Weasley. He wants to dream about Cho Chang, his crush, and maybe do more than dream. He wants to find out about the mysterious event that's supposed to take place at Hogwarts this year. An event involving 2 other rival schools of magic. And a competition that hasn't happened for 100 years. He wants to be a normal 14-year-old wizard. Unfortunately for Harry Potter, he's not normal, even by wizarding standards. And in his case, different can be deadly. So, year 4, Goblet of Fire. So, my TBR for this month has decided to be a dick. August was not a dick. We had 5 thin books in August to listen to. 5 thin books out of 7. We have 3 technically thin books out of 7. Well, 4 if you count the Kindle one. 300 pages, you know. The rest are over 400 pages. Right, I didn't tell you what the Harry Potter one pages are. 734. 734. Okay, 734. A lot of pages. Okay, so that's just... This is heavy. Like, it's so freaking heavy. But here it is. Let's just say mating markers right there. This one's just a mating markers. Mating markers. Okay, so that's my TBR. 3 chunky books. 3 chunky books, guys. 3 of them. Well, I mean, like, one of them's on a Kindle, so that's a little easier, I guess. Maybe. I don't know. And that means, I continue 2 series. So I'm continuing 2 series. Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. I gotta gather my thoughts here. Her, you were in danger for a second. I need you to go away. Okay. So, I'm continuing 2 series. Pendragon and Harry Potter. Okay? Those are my 2 series. Alright. Okay. I am technically starting 2 series. The Mating Markers and the Chain of Gold, which is the Last Hours. Okay. And I don't know about the other 2. This one's just a play. There is nothing to it. It's just a play. It'll probably take me one day to read it. But the games God's Play in Paranormal. It is a 2-book series. And it's coming out this year. In October, next month. Next month. On the 21st. Okay, so if I like it, I will buy it. May have to buy it. It's got the pretty shit on it. The things God's break. Yeah, I might have to buy that, like, before that goes away. This will supplies last, but it will probably still be. It won't be. Okay. Yeah. So that will be what I need to get. It won't be taken out till then, but they won't draw it out until, because they're not going to pull that out until, they're not going to pull that out until then. So I'm not too worried about that. Okay. So there we go. This one also starts a duology. There we go. So that's actually 3 series there. Oh, I forgot to check the other one. I'm so dumb. Which is a 3-book series. Paranormal is the first one. For fans of Buffy the Vampire. For fans of Teen Wolf, Buffy, and Supernatural. It's a trilogy. So yeah, that one actually also starts a series. But if I don't like the first book, I'm not going to get the second 2. I'm probably going to like the games God's Play because, let's be honest, 80s, death, God of Death, Underworld. I like Grim Reapers. I like that kind of stuff. So we're definitely going to like the games God's Play. I just don't know how far up on the tier it's going to be. But next month, it'll have a book come out for it. Yay. So, Paranormal Sea has 3 books. So if I like Paranormal Sea, I will purchase the second book in the series to continue that. So, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Out of all 6, 7. Out of the 7 books I have here. The 7 books that I have here. Okay, let's try. Let's show this again. Okay, let's show this again in a way that makes sense for you guys. Okay, we're gonna show this. Okay. Okay, so here we go. This starts series. This our series. Okay, series. We have the Mating Marker series, which is 10 books long. The Games Cosplay, which is a duology, which has 2 books in it. The Chains of Gold, The Last Hours series, which has 3 books in it. Paranormalcy, which has 3 books in it. Continues series. Pendragon, which has 10 books in it, I think. And Harry Potter, which has 7. And then a play. Just the loner. Just the loner. And none of these are standalones. I just realized that. None of these are bloody fucking standalones. They're all part of a series. Except for Buckeye. Buckeye's a standalone. So I have, well, it's not even a standalone, it's a play. So I have 1 play and series. I'm gonna start more series this year. Oh my gosh. I'm never going to finish series because I'm always starting series. I mean, yes, The Goblet of Fire is book 4 out of 7. Technically, there's still 3 books over there that are not technically part of the Harry Potter series, but are part of the Harry Potter world, which I own, which should be short reads. So there's that. And Pendragon might be book 3 out of 10. So we're progressing a little bit further. Just a little bit further along. I want to scream. You guys see anything? If you guys think I deserve a like, comment, or even your lovely subscription, why don't you guys drop it down below and lament with me on what my TBR has decided to throw out at me, okay? I will see you next illusion.